Hey folks, Ace TCG here, and in today's video we have a pretty cool matchup here. So I am on the left and I'm playing Lilith Loop with Titamon engine in it, and on the right we have another purple deck. This is Luke from my locals and he is playing the Titamon purple. We are playing with the mulligan rules because I will be going to the Leeds Digimon Fest in the UK. So yeah, I've mulliganed. I think Luke kept his hand there. I have hatched my Demi Mirror and then went into the Gabumon with the deletion effect to draw 2 and trash 1, which is fantastic. And then I'm going to hard play a Labramon, which has the effect of on play, draw and trash. And because of that trash ability, I can trash the new Nidhogg from from BT7, which allows me to gain a memory. Luke's going to hatch and go into his own version of the Gabumon, but he has the shiny Altarts there. He's going to play his own Labramon and do the exact same play, so he gets to play it for 2 and gets to filter his hand a little bit, get a Nidhogg in the trash, which is actually pretty good. And then he's going to go ahead and then Digivolve into an Titamon scatter mode in his raising area, which is an absolutely busted card. This Lilithmon list that I'm testing is just super cool. It's running the Cerberusmon package 2, which just feels amazing, and it's really nice to play. I dropped my hand a bit there, but I'm going to go ahead and play an Analog Youth. You can see some of the Cerberusmon stuff there. I'm trying out 3 promote in this list, so I add the promote to hand. And you can see that little bit of a spicy spice with the win rate, 60%, which is useful because of the restrictions for the Mega Digimon Fusion. So I just swing with a Labramon here into security, hitting a Titamon, and then I Digivolve for 2 into a Promote. Now I'm just doing this because with some of the stuff it can actually be hard for him to remove it, but also if it does die, I'll get that on deletion effect from the Gabumon. He swings his Scatter Mode into my security and hits my own Scatter Mode, which is great because it means that any Titamon that I have in hand would now be able to just activate their effect on the discard. However, I don't have any, but Luke's Scatter Mode effects are going to go off. He's going to discard a Nidhoggmon and an Orochimon, I think it is, which the Nidhogg has the effect of on deletion you gain a memory, and the Orochi has draw 1, which is just pretty spicy. And now he's filtering through using the other effect there of his Gabumon to draw 2 further cards and to to discard 1. Unfortunately for him, he doesn't actually have any of the Titamon from the looks of it. He's going to Digivolve into another Scatter Mode here and swing, but it survives, which is, yeah, that's certainly something. He's going to use Calling from the Darkness here, so Calling from the Darkness effect is going to allow him to add 2 Digimon from his trash to hand, but he has to delete one of his Digimon to do it. He doesn't actually have to, per se. I should rephrase that. It states delete a Digimon and then do it. It works in the same way that the yellow options card Blinding Ray does, which is fantastic because if you don't have a Digimon, you can activate this to just gain 2 back. Now he's going to use the effect there of that their Scatter Mode to discard 2 cards, and he's going to discard the 2 that he added in the form of the Nidhogg and the Orochimon. And then he's going to go ahead and hard play another Scatter Mode. So I don't know what he's running numbers wise, but he's got quite unlucky. The size of his hand there to not draw into any of his Titamon is, yeah, it's very much unlucky. But luckily for me, he has put me to 3, so I'm going to be able to Digivolve into a Cerberusmon. Hope it doesn't die here, which is lucky because it hits an Titamon. And then you get to see the beautiful shenanigans. I get to play the other Cerberusmon, which has it's a 9 cost that has the unplayability of if I kill a Cerberusmon, I gain 9 memory, so I can play it for free. I can use Analog Youth effect to gain a memory, and then I use the Cerberusmon's effects of on deletion. I can draw 2, I can trash 1, so I can play the Titamon there from hand for free because I have a Scatter Mode in my trash, so I discard the Titamon that I get to play for free. And then I'm using the additional effects here, so I have the Gabumon that allows me to draw 2, discard 1, and then I have the effect of my Demi Mirrormon, which will allow me to draw 1, and then I discard a Underworld's Calling there, which allows me to draw another card. I know it might be a little bit hard to follow. It's Lilithmon, a lot of things can just go off, and it's like that in purple anyway. So I'm just counting my trash here, and I know I have more than 10 there, so I'm going to gain 1 memory each here. And this is really important because now I can Digivolve into a Lilithmon if that's something that I'd want to do. But firstly, I'm going to swing with my Cerberusmon here. I'm trying to get used to making sure that I'm getting my potential of my damage. I'm a very, very protective player, so sometimes you can't afford to do that with this deck. So I'm going to pay 3 to Digivolve into Lilithmon, which just straight up allows me to add 2 options cards from my trashed back to hand. So I get even more big stunk plays with those Jack raids that I just used then, so I get to add them both back to hand, which is just great because Luke currently is in a weird situation where he's got lower security than me, and he only has a scatter mode out because he got unlucky in that he didn't hit his Iasmon. But yeah, I really wanted to show this because Lilithmon is really still very impactful even with the MDF things. Being banned is crazy. So I'll play a Jack trade here, which allows me to gain 1 memory because I have around 10 to 15 cards in my trash. So I'll gain 1 memory, and then I gain an additional 2 memory because of Lilithmon's effect. Play another Jack trade here to go to 4. I'm going to hard play a scatter mode here, so an Iasmon scatter mode, and then I'm going to pay 1 for Calling from the Darkness. Now the Calling from Darkness effect is going to allow me to delete it and then add 2 cards from my trash. I'm going to add a Nidhoggmon, and then I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm just thinking a little bit here because I don't know, I'm very much in the mindset of, oh, maybe I can OTK because that's what Lilithmon is used to, but realistically I should just go super wide here, put him to 1, and then there's not going to be much comeback for him. I take another scatter mode here just in case I want to Digivolve into my Raising 4 next turn. And then the Asman scatter mode effect is going to go off here. So draw 3, discard 2. I want to discard a Nidhogg here so it can still be my turn, and an Iasmon so that I can play it for free. I get to play the Iasmon there, and that all goes to trash, which is just super duper cool. I now have, I have some real nice stuff here. I decide here, I believe, to just Digivolve into Raising into a scatter mode here. I do have the Calling from Darkness, so if something goes wrong and he wipes my board, I can add the 2 Iasmon back to my hand anyway, so I'll be able to play them out with the effect of that Iasmon scatter mode. But like I said, Luke is in a very weird situation here, because he's got quite unlucky, to just put it plainly. And if you don't draw your best against Lilith, you're gonna be having a bad day. He swings with his scatter mode and gets unlucky again here, and the fact that he hits the Calling from Darkness, so that scatter mode doesn't die, which is not good news for Luke. Again, in the slightest, it's going downhill here. I have 3 Digi on board now with a Lilith, which is going to gain me loads of stuff, and a scatter in the Raising, so yeah, Luke scoops that. So now we'll go ahead and get to game 2 here. I'm just looking at my hand, remembering that we do have the possibility to be able to mulligan. However, I do have the good Gabumon, which I want to be hitting in hand. I do have a champion, and I have that Lady Devi, but Luke's going first since he lost, he gets to choose. He hits his Gabumon here, which is nice, and then he puts me to 2 by going into that Vilemon blocker, which is pretty darn cool. I'm going to hatch my Demiwara. I actually only run the 4 eggs here. I want to make sure that I'm consistently getting it, and I've just drew the scatter mode from the draw of Digivolving into the Gabumon, which is beautiful. I put Luke to 3 here by playing a Gabumon. This Gabumon just has an inheritable of when attacking, draw 1 to discard 1. It's okay, it's not bad. Sometimes it can trigger some of your things, so I'm just testing it out a little bit now. Luke's going to raise his Vilemon here, and yeah, he's in a bit of a weird, again, here situation, but he's able to Digivolve into a Lady Devimon, which is great. So he draws 1 from the Digivolve, and then draws 2 from the Lady Devi ability, so now he can ditch 2 from his hand. And yeah, hopefully get to some shenanigans, which would be pretty cool. I know that Luke doesn't have the best of games here. This was more, I really wanted to showcase the potential of Lilith, and how really nutty that Iasmon is, and probably outlined as a reason as to why the cards have been limited. Luke's going to go ahead and discard a Nidhogg and a Vilemon here, so he gains an additional memory from the Nidhogg effect. But also, I think I like to, with my videos, make sure that I'm not just showing the ones where it's like, oh, this game was really grindy and it's back and forth. I do want to just show the ones where someone gets unlucky, because that is the game. It's not always this grindy mess. Yeah, I swing with a scatter mode here and hit into a Gazimon. Luke's played a Gazimon too, which is a perfect counter for Lilith. In this build that I was running at the time, I didn't particularly have a straight up counter to that there Gazimon. I've fixed this since. And yeah, that's pretty cool. You'll actually probably see here Sword defeats here. I believe we actually might have sided here. I'm sorry that I did miss that. Yeah, which is cool. I Digivolve into a Lady Devimon here, draw 2, just nice, and then I drop 2 cards that I don't think I need in the promote and the Zord defeat. So I think I just sided in some of the Zord defeats. I think I put the 3 Zord defeats in and 1 Rebellion, and I put those in place of the Zwarts and the win rate 60%, because I just didn't think it was a necessity against in this matchup. Whereas if he swings into security and hits a Sword Defeat, it can really help me. Or if he gets one of his tamers out, like the mat that he has there, it can be really nice to just be able to get rid of it for the cost of 3. He goes ahead and digivolves into a Titamon, putting me to 1, discards a scanner mode, and then brings it back using that there Titamon effect, which is great. Really, really nice here. I'm just going to digivolve into a Gabumon. So again, I'm in a bit of a weird situation here. So he does have the Tita, but I have 5 security, and I don't think he can kill me. So I'm going to swing with the scatter mode. It goes, which is delightful. So I draw 3 cards, which is great because from the draw, I get to actually draw the Iasmon here. So I just get to play 2 Iasmon for free, which is nice. And then from the draw from the Gabumon, I draw another Iasmon, so I get to play that for free. Just for clarification here, in this particular moment, scatter mode is technically in my trash. It's just for ease of clarity to show effects. I leave it on the board so I can outline it. And on deletion effects is that this card goes to trash and then the effects trigger from your trash. So I technically do have a scatter mode in my trash at this moment. That's why I can play those Iasmons there. The on deletion triggers from the trash, which is, yeah, it's pretty darn cool. So being able to play 3 now 7k champions is pretty cool. And then I just digivolve into a scatter mode in my raising. So yeah, ooga booga, really, baby. Like that. This is the thing. Like Lilith right now is more mid-range than the OTK build that it originally was. It's just, however, now you can afford to run more like spicy text like the Cerberusmon, because right then, for example, if I was able to play those Iasmons out and I had 3 memory, I could digivolve into a Cerberusmon and then play another one if I need to and just do loads of shenanigans. He swings into security with the Iasmon scatter mode and hits another Iasmon, so all 4 of my Iasmons are out now. He's going to draw 3 and then be able to discard 2 here. So he discards an Iasmon and then discards a Chimeramon, I believe that is. So he gets to play that Iasmon for free, which is cool. And then the Titamon's going to gain effects in that, because he discarded, he gains plus another check, I believe, and power. So he swings, hits a Nidhogg, and then swings and hits a Rebellymon. Yeah, pretty standard shenanigans there. What's weird is that, like, how much he's able to draw. He actually hasn't hit a rookie here, so he's just got that that Sunemon in his raising, which is a little bit unlucky here. But again, he's in a tough situation because I am presenting lethal on board here. I got lucky with my draws for Iasmon. I really just, like, when this happened, it was crazy. I had a game, like, later on in the tournament after this, where I was actually able to, because I had the exact same scatter mode that I have in my raising area out. My opponent destroyed it. I drew, 5 cards? 6 cards and discarded 4, and the 4 cards that I discarded were all Iasmon. So he attacked 1 4k champion, and in doing so allowed me to draw 5 cards and play 4 champions for free, which was really unlucky for him. That doesn't happen a lot. But yeah, 9 times out of 10, don't attack an Iasmon scatter mode, make your opponent destroy it themselves. Luke's going to digivolve into a Omnimon Zwart here. He's going to be able to play a Chimeramon and a Vilemon here, and he plays the Chimeramon, kills his own Iasmon, and deletes my Lady Devimon. This is to try and slow me down a little bit here, and this is where some of the nice spicy techs in the form of the Cerberusmon package and the Promote package with Rush can come in super useful here. So I'm just looking at my hand. I have Calling from Darkness, I have a Scatter Mode out, 3 Iasmon, I have a lot going on. I'm 90% sure I have the game, I just need to find the path. This is one of the issues with playing Lilith, is there's so many things going on that it can sometimes be really hard to find the path to victory. However, yeah, I'm just thinking over now. This is, I think, my 2nd game with the Lilith ever, so I'm definitely just trying to get over some of the things. I swing into security with scatter mode and hit into a Nidhogg. But Lilith seems really fun, really cool and fun. Draw 3 from scatter and discard 2 here. I did draw a Jaxrate there, which was nice because more memory is always good. I just discard a Zwart Defeat and a Labramon. I don't really have cards that are going to be of use to me on discard. So as you'll see here, draw 2 from the Gabu, discard a Gazi, and then draw 1 from Demi, discard a Gazi. I'm trying to find lethal here, I'm not trying to find value. The correct play there would still be to take my time. This is one of the issues and the reasons that people can lose, is because you rush too much. I swing with the Iasmon here, he blocks. I swing with the last Iasmon, he blocks that, sorry. They all survive, which is super cool. And then I think the play that I'm going to go for here is either, so I could either use the Calling for Darkness and kill one, and then gain like promotes back and shenanigans and do a lot. Or I can do what I do now, pay 3 to Digivolve into Cerberusmon, and then pay 9 to destroy the Cerberusmon. It has Rush, so I can just swing for game, and there it is, that's the shenanigans. And the Cerberusmon package is spicy as. Thanks to Luke for playing in this game and showcasing some of the shenanigans that the decks can do, and for putting up for it. He got quite unlucky in his matchups. He has given me a permission to post a video. I didn't want to just post a video and be like, wow, I whitewashed somebody. No, he was a good sport about it, and yeah, he really likes purple, so he was excited about the plays that I was doing as he was. So yeah, thanks for watching the video. A Lilithmon deck profile will be coming in a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to use it for leads, so I don't really know where I'm at with that yet. I'm going to do some more testing and see where I'm at. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Peace.